Alright guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum once again on the channel. Now we're not going to look at any altcoins tonight, unfortunately, because there really is nothing pumping across the board, guys. We're having a very bad day with Ethereum and Bitcoin, so we need to see what's going on. Now I'm a little bit more worried about Ethereum here than I am Bitcoin. As you see, it's hanging on by a thread, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's go back to Bitcoin here now. If we put this trend line here, guys, we are actually losing this. We actually got a low here on the 10th. We got a bounce on the 17th. We got another bounce here on the 30th. And right now, we are not getting that bounce. We need to get above about 107, 110, plus minus, of course. That's not an exact figure, but I would say, let's say 107, 200. That would probably definitely put us back above this trend line here. And we are about $1,000 below that right now at the moment, guys. So it's not looking too good. Looks like we're going to lose this trend. And we are trying to hold on to this line right here at 105,667. Unfortunately, we have fallen through about 3 weekly supports here. And yeah, guys, really, this is not a good sign, I can say. Now, if we move on here, guys, take a look at the CME futures here. We actually have closed that little tiny gap that we had earlier. I've actually taken that off the chart here, and we're sitting at 107,240 now. So the nearest CME gap was filled. Now there are some CME gaps possibly down below here. I'm just not sure where they are exactly, but I know there are a few probably. But anyways, the nearest gap that we had, I think it was about a $65 or $60 gap or something like this earlier today. That actually has been filled now. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with Bybit, MEXC, BingX, Bitrue, BTC, WEX, and CoinEx. Also, if you want to get Moodix, guys, you can get a free 7-day trial here. And if you want the world's safest cold wallet from CipherRock, guys, the X1, actually, they just told me today you will be eligible to get some airdrops if you buy this wallet soon. Now, this isn't actually a live thing just yet, but this is something that's going to happen very soon where they're going to have some airdrops to this wallet. So keep that in mind. Now, you can get a 17% discount if you use my link today. And guys, you can follow me on X here. Now, as for Bitcoin monthly returns, it's not looking too good just yet, guys. We're minus about 3% at the moment. And we just started November, unfortunately. So let's see what happens. But yeah, the average, return here is about 42% to the upside. Now the median is about 8.8%. So let's see what happens. We have a long month ahead of us, but I do feel we will have a better month starting soon. Now, if we go to Ethereum, I was talking about this a little bit earlier in this video, guys, and I was a little bit more worried. Like I said, look where this bounced, guys. We are right at the bottom of this channel. So the bear market, in my opinion, if we break this channel with a weekly time frame candle, it will start. I do believe it's going to start if we break this channel to the downside, because our next support is about 3,400, guys, and I just don't know if we're going to get a good bounce from that. Now, we plummeted through 3,700, which should have been support, but guys, the more we hit this support, like you see here, the weaker it gets. So yeah, we have actually hit it and broken through it today, and pretty much have a solid straight red candle here, unfortunately. But let's see if we get a bounce here on this channel, get back above 3,700. We need to get above this box, guys. This is very, very important to get back above about $4,100 to avoid a bear market. Now, looking at the total market cap, I am a little bit worried, guys. We are breaking down from this channel at the moment. Now, maybe this is kind of a fake out to the downside, but I'm a little bit worried that it's not. We did have a fake out to the upside. So, yeah, this remains to be seen, of course. Maybe we do have this little fake out to the downside, but I'm not so sure that this isn't more of a breakdown. Now, total market cap excluding Bitcoin, this is even more worrying. Look how far we are below this channel. Now, again, look at this wick that we had on this candle on the 10th of October. We are not getting that right now, unfortunately, guys. We have a very tiny wick here. So it is looking like we're going to lose this channel probably tonight. Again, we still have 2.5 hours left on this candle. So anything can happen Maybe some news comes out, but if you look at this entire channel that we've been in since August, guys, we actually haven't broken down from this channel yet. So this is a bit worrying once again. Looking at the Bitcoin dominance here, we have a solid green candle to the upside, unfortunately. So for altcoin holders, we're just getting wrecked. We're almost at 61% once again. Now, we did have more of a wick to the upside on the 10th. As you see here, it got up to about 63.5%. But that could happen at any moment, guys. This could just snap and go straight to the upside. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to that because we're going to get really wrecked if that happens. Now, if we look at USDT dominance, again, it is breaking some, resistance here. And it hasn't broken this local high just yet at about 5.5%. But yeah, guys, people are taking their money out and putting it into USDT because they want to be safe. They think, this is going to break down, a bit further. And yeah, I mean, I can't really blame them. I do not see any relief right now at the moment, unfortunately. But we also have an inverse head and shoulders I do need to point out here as well. I just noticed this now. And it is breaking this neckline. So basically this neckline is here. Let's just say at like 5.11%. So guys, if that's the case, we actually probably will see a candle all the way up to about, let's just say about 5.5%. Basically this wick right here, it's going to make it to, and that is not good for us, guys. We need people to put their money back into crypto because when they do that, prices go up. Now, the altcoin season index is breaking down further. Actually, this morning it was at a 43, then went to a 41, then back to a 43, and now it's at a 35. So it's really breaking down at the moment, guys. Now, the liquidation heat map, $1.27 billion have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. So that is really elevated. Now, it's not as elevated as we saw on October the 10th, so we haven't seen anything that crazy. But this is really elevated, guys. This is a lot of money getting wrecked in the crypto market. So if you're using my links, guys, and you're shorting and longing, please, please be careful. Now, fear and greed, we still have about 2.5 hours to the next update. I'm a little bit surprised we actually went from 37 to 42, but I do expect this to go back probably to extreme fear tomorrow. Now, looking at the bull market peak indicators, again, guys, 0 from 30 have been hit. Average progress is just over 50%. And in my opinion, the Pi Cycle Top indicator, this is the best indicator. It is at about 54% progress. So, yeah, we're still, according to this, just halfway through the cycle. Now, the average progress, 52%, that's just a little bit more than halfway through the cycle. So, guys, this is why I'm holding out hope. I'm not really selling anything. Now, I did sell some BNB, and I, took some of that money because I was having, some financial problems, and I need to take some money out someday. And yeah, since then, I really haven't sold anything. I'm staking everything, and I'm staking things a little bit longer now, just because I see that we're probably extending this cycle, a little bit longer than probably previous cycles. Now, tomorrow on the economic calendar, we don't have much, guys, but we do have Bowman speaking from the FOMC. We also have factory orders and JOLTS job openings. And today we actually got Atlanta Fed GDP Now Q4 numbers. So I'm not sure why this is here again tomorrow, but it was actually positive news today. Now, if we look at MOODX, we actually have another positive day today. So it's just slightly positive at 0.03, points. The week is the same because we just started. It's Monday. Also, the month has really just started today. It's the first day of trading. But the year, guys, is actually quite positive. So sentiment is still risk on. This trend is growing. We're just not seeing this come to crypto for some reason, guys. So I do believe we will catch up to the S&P and the NASDAQ very shortly. It's just a matter of time, guys. Currently, FedWatch Tools is showing about a 67% chance that we're still going to get that quarter point cut in December. Now, keep in mind, it's still about 37 days away. That's the next FOMC meeting. And if we look at this, guys, on Polymarket, it's about the same odds. Just a little bit different where you have 50 basis point decrease is about a 2% chance. No change is 31%, and a 25 basis point increase is 1%. So I don't think we're going to get an increase. You know, worst case scenario is probably just a pause, but I do feel we'll probably get another quarter point cut here. Trueflation is showing about a 2.25% inflation rate right now. Of course, the FOMC members and the Fed aren't really looking at Trueflation, but a lot of people do believe this is a better inflation gauge. So 2.25% at the moment. And if we go to crypto bubbles, looks terrible, guys. Really looks terrible. I don't even want to look at that. Anyways, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinondo. You can find most of the coins here. You just have to type in what you're searching for up here. For example, I know I'm always searching for TRX. That's just the thing that pops up in my brain all the time. It's not one of my favorite coins. I do have it, but anyways, as you can see, there's 46 results here. And yeah, search for whatever coin you want. But guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Like I said, check out those exchange partnerships that I have below, guys. It really helps me when you use my link. And yeah, I do get commission, but it's usually very small unless you're trading hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars or something like that. I'm not going to get anything more than a few pennies. And that really helps to support the channel, I can say, guys. It helps keep me motivated, helps keep me going. If you can't, throw a super thanks my way or, become a member of the channel, for example, well, you can do that if you're looking for another exchange. I actually operate on about 10 exchanges myself. I don't like to put all my money in one place. And you see what happens when FTX or some other exchange goes down, guys. You lose your money. So be careful. And if you're really worried about exchanges, you can always get that CipherRock wallet that I have down below as well. And you can keep your coins in your own wallet and keep them safe. So check that out. And like I said, they are going to offer some airdrops soon. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate those who have been using these links. And guys, I will see you in the next video.